Welcome back to Satisfactory. Okay, today we're just gonna make some power generators. So I think we need high speed, and then we need geothermal research. Then we're going to want some hyper cannon. And then we're going to want power on the geo. So high speed first. Let's see if we can squeeze this in here. We're really pushing the limits of this test bench area. I kind of want 3 of these just so we can build them faster. Right, that part's pretty straightforward. Okay, we got the high-speed connector set up. Now we just got to get it the materials. And one of the materials is in fact the So now we have got this guy connected, and I'm tempted to set you up on your own little buffer because we need those circuit boards. Ooh, this is kind of uncomfortable placement now that we've got this yeah, that's good. So what are we missing on this? Plastic, of course. Okay, let's zip over and grab a huge amount of plastic, and we'll probably do the same for quick wire as well. Uh-oh. I probably should have taken a full boost. This is only going to get us so far. Ooh. A pure geyser? Hey. This is amazing. Perfectly timed and good information for us. I guess the partial boost was that terrible. Not great still, because we're not going to really have the juice to get all the way over there. And I'm allowing myself to get distracted by bacon and power slugs. Ooh, this one's a trap. We'll skip that for now. It's got a huge hatchery and a very angry spitter there. Man, we're not using enough rubber. I think I'm going to allow myself to get fully distracted, and we're just going to dump all this rubber off. I just want to make sure we don't get in a situation where we have backed up the rubber and then we can't produce plastic or fuel. So right now, rubber is kind of a byproduct. You know, while we're here, let's grab some of these. Ooh. I didn't really leave myself a lot of room to build the rest of these connections. And looks like we got a crash on our hands. Be right back. Okay. We're basically back where we were. I need my stuff back so we can actually build this thing. Actually, I pulled in some extra fuel. Something like that'll work. Why is that? It doesn't make any sense for that to have a upward slope. Let's try that again, shall we? Oh, I see. So part of this is on the... is built in the rough. Eh, it's fine. And then I think I'll just put this other one right behind it. And we'll have to guess the height of this. Somewhere in one of these two, right? I think as long as they're both, or all three are the same height, which in this case is 10. The first 10. Of course, this is a little higher because we already experienced that. So let's do the second 8 on this one. I was supposed to upload some quick wire here, but that's totally full. Since we had a crash, I feel obligated to do a quick manual save there. Now, quick wire over by the waterfall. Man, we're gonna run a lot of our power down to make more power. Oh, you know what? Downside is we didn't put a hyper cannon over here, and I didn't bring the stuff for a hyper cannon. We need to get more hyper cannons going. Yeah, we don't have the stuff that we need, and everything's not connected. It's okay. This gives us a chance to look around to see if there are any additional geysers. I'm not seeing any. You know, since we could catch a ride. And then I think I just take the circuit boards out of here. That'll just give us a bit of a boost. There's a halfway decent number of copper sheets in there. I'm gonna grab some more since we're here and it's local. Just make sure we've got plenty of copper sheets going. Everything is kicking on now because everything was full previously, which was saving us power. Now it's just getting worse. Our power usage is just getting worse. We're going to be at 1,000 megawatts of surplus usage here soon. Oh, this is an old walking around storage. There's some actual good stuff in here. I need to grab this. We need to reconcile that. Actually, hold on. I want to take these out and distribute them a little bit more evenly so we can get all three machines working. That way we can get a little closer to 375 times 3. 11.25 per minute. We need 100 of these things just to do the research. And speaking of power, if I overclock, it's gonna be a power nightmare. I mean, we're still gonna do it. It's just gonna be a nightmare. This is just enough hyper cannon to get this done. I thought there was a... Yeah, there's another one here too. Probably not pure, but... Ooh, it is pure. So we should try to make... another great time for a crash. I'll be right back. And we are back. We're coming in hot. Post the crash. Our plastic amount is relatively low. Ooh. These have an output multiplier? That's going to make recycling a lot more interesting. I'm going to say that this is just kind of it. Did this already fill up? Oh, I didn't build a connection, so it's not full at all. I was wondering why that wasn't doing anything. Alright, I think we're good to let that go. So if we can build 2 geothermals, we might save ourselves from a total complete power outage, which would be really bad. This guy needs quick wire real bad. Oh, he's consuming more per minute than the belt can supply. Supply? No, supply. So we're overclocking to an extreme, basically. At 10 of these per minute, though, it's probably worth a little hand holding. $93 out of 100. Do I have a MAM over here? I do. Let's see what else we need. 1,050. I think we got all of that under control. We've got some quick wire here that we know we want to kind of use.
Geothermal generator unlocked. Geysers add to the object scanner. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. When life gives you deadly geothermal vents, run directly towards them and build generators. Use potentially lethal natural phenomena for your own benefit. It's the fix-it way.
It's the fix-it way for me to risk my life to make your mission complete. Okay, so that is telling us in order to build 2 of these, which we know we can build because we've got 2 geysers pretty close. I guess there could be more. Let's look. 3 over here. Ooh. 3 more over there? What? Why are there so many? I mean, if there's really that many geysers lying around. Oh, that's just the geysers between the one I saw and our oil field. There's 3 more here and there's theoretically 3 over here. I don't believe that. Let's build 2 just to sort of take the edge off of our power problems. To start, if there's truly that many, then we're gonna have to consider capping all of them. We need 16 more. And this quick wire is just going to run wide open. We need 16 more, so 17 more. Perfect. Oh, autosave complete. Perfect. All right, I think we'll fly out. Well, the trip between here and here is actually not that far. So we could land here to connect the power. Of course, we are in the pink forest at night. Oh, there's another. There's another geyser right here. Okay. I'll take it. Because we definitely need it. It's an absolute ton of limestone as well. Yeah, we're gonna have to put a lot of these in. This will help me in my quest to not build fuel generators greatly. The cost of these geysers has been dramatically reduced. They used to be super expensive to build. But now, I, in this particular playthrough, with my particular mindset, would be kind of crazy not to build them. This is significantly higher than the other one. Checking to see where we're connecting. All right, we're connecting in logical places. Hey, so that gave us a pretty good power boost. Now, these things are unreliable. It's going to be somewhere between 200 and 600 megawatts of power at any given time. And this one is going to be 200 to 600 megawatts of power at any given time. All right, so we got these two. There's 3 behind us and 1 ahead of us. These back here are impure. You know, it might make sense to go ahead and try to get all of these. Means we need 4 more. You know, while I'm here, I can't grab a lot, but I should probably grab a few. I am very happy with our geothermals so far. Who gets these quartz crystal? I think we should put them over here. Still trying to make crystal oscillators. I got 200 of them though. It's just a pretty good amount for the builds that we like to put together. Now we're kind of in a hard spot because we're not going to have enough high-speed connectors to build any more geothermals. Well, we got 90 of them. That's way more than I thought we would have. Let me see if I can grab the motors. Might get lucky and find that we set up enough motors. Like for half a second there, I forgot where we put those motors. Okay. Previous us took pretty good care of future us this time around. Oh, looks like we're crashing again. Be right back. Well, now I'm starting to think that the save itself is the problem because we didn't lose any time. But hey, I was able to come right back, so that's good news. We'll just focus on that for now. There's our two previous geothermals. A halfway decent amount of limestone lying around there as well.
Harvest the scripture. Compose it into...
Always have time to get a Mercer Sphere. Yeah, that power is great. Why do people complain about geothermals again? And why is this the first time I've actually built them in with focus? Because these are amazing. I am super happy with these. And I'm a battery guy, so I'll have the batteries to support it. Right in this area? Uh-oh. Did we pass it? Where'd the check mark go? "22 iron plates and 6 rotors missing." Oh man, we way overshot it. We're gonna have to take some time here soon to just make sure all of the key areas have solid hyper cannons. We're gonna need a little hyper cannon network. I mean, we overshot it by a mile. Wow. There's nothing closer than that. They get even farther away. Okay. The nice part about the geothermals is that you don't have to put anything in and you don't have to deal with any confounding byproducts. Right? You just cap it and you get energy. No additional work needed. There's a water situation right there. Oh yeah, I remember this giant crater. Maybe it's more of a valley. right by it. This whole time I've been sitting right by our quartz crystal outpost. Creature, get out of the way. He's totally trying to walk through an area that doesn't make any sense for them to walk through. Creature, go away. Maybe we can get a respawn. Maybe if we're just far enough away. Then come back. That creature won't be there anymore. Sometimes those crazy ideas work out. $50 to $150. So this one's not going to be a huge amount of power. It's going to average just 100, but it's a free 100. So I don't care. I think we capped all the ones that are in the immediate area. And hey, I think our batteries are gonna love us. all of the extra energy that gets generated by those geothermals will go into our batteries, and then when the geothermals are sort of running low, we'll run from our batteries. It's perfect, and it's perfect with my playstyle with the crazy amount of batteries I like to have. I think we need to see if we can get this purple power slug. Ooh. Those looked like they were all hatcheries there for a second. I have to decide if I want to come back and decorate these. All right, so there you go. Geothermal power. Well, at the very least, it's currently buying us a nice extra 1,000. Plus, we've got the power boost, right? So we're getting a benefit from the power boost as well. Whenever we're kind of making power, we're storing the extra. And whenever we're low on power, we're using the extra. So that's perfect. I don't think we're actually ever in a power deficit now. I think we've got so many of them and they're on different cycles that it's always more power than we're using. Man, I'm tempted to make the next episode just going around and capping all of them all across the map. If there were 10 of those, it would be worth it, even if some of them were impure. And somehow we ran out of plates last time. But I think that's a good place for us to stop. We're actually at a point where our power is pretty good. I could probably take an episode to build out another chunk of the monolith. Get that going again. We're also going to need to build a pretty crazy storage facility to be able to store and forward all this stuff. Not exactly sure where I want to do that yet. But I mean, we got plenty. And then we probably also want a nice place to just manually pick up. You know I like my manual pickup stations. And we're gonna have screws, pipes, plates, and iron rod. All 4 of those available here. Which one am I on? Steel pipe? If I had just enough space to... Oh, we're short on encased beams. Let me do... I'm gonna put in one of these. Just to kind of ease the build time. The build stress. Technically, I was worried about power for building all these high-speed connectors, but now I'm kind of... It's all kind of good now. Well, now they want us to get concrete. It's just kind of one of these things where I'm missing. Oh, wait, there's concrete in here somewhere. Actually, I should probably build this. Let me build one of these guys. Get everything nicely merged. And since this is going to be... Wait, why are there no plates coming out of that one? Oh, I just didn't see them. Okay, fine. Since this is going to be relatively small, it's not like it's going to be a problem. And that'll just let all of these guys activate a little bit at least. And then all of them will also contribute to our digital uploader. And that gets us plates in the digital uploader. And then when it comes time, we can just connect to this top level and deal with it at that point. So we get that out of the way. Now that we've got a little bit more space. Oh. We've got another Mercer sphere. Ooh. That's interesting. Thought I only had one. It's drawing in all the belts, and the very last thing it's going to do is turn on the lights of the external decoration. Okay, so we got that additional build in for the steel pipe. Iron rods. We didn't build any storage for the iron rods quite yet. I think we wanted to just sort of get all of the build in place before we locked in any more storage concepts, because it's going to be a complicated mess. We're probably going to have to extend below. And we don't really know exactly where we want to go with this as far as like where and how this stuff is going to drop and connect to the rest of the factory. But I think for now, we've got a good chunk of stuff. And we made some good progress. And hey, those geothermals turned out to be amazing. I'm so glad we went back and checked in on those. The difference between pre 1.0 and post 1.0 is pretty big on a few things. And I think geothermal power is one of those things. Totally worth it now where it might not have been worth it before. I think they took supercomputers at some point. I want to say that. I also think it might have taken heavy modular frames as well. And given that, and given where we are in the game, that would have been cost prohibitive. Thanks for hanging out. I think next episode we're looking at either building more on the monolith or going out and about and collecting a few more of those geothermals. Because I am definitely liking these power numbers now. Heck, now that we've got some decent power coming in, maybe I should put in another power tower. But these are all things we can think about in the next episode. Thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. We'll see you next time.